So, good afternoon. Very happy to see such a turnout. We are here together for the exhibition This is Ukraine Defending Freedom. My name is Bjorn Gheldhof. I am the artistic director of the Pínčuka Art Center and the curator of the exhibition. With me are the artists, and I'm very proud to sit among them. I'll start from my right-hand side, Nikita Kadan, Yevgenia Belarusets, Lesha Khomenko, and GR. Up until the 23rd of February, we all thought that we would show here in this magnificent building of the Misericordia the Future Generation Art Prize. On the 24th of February, our reality changed, our world changed. And making a celebration, which the Future Generation Art Prize has always been, became completely impossible. Even though we love and we are incredibly committed to all these artists, we understood we can no longer do this. And for a short time, I think it was impossible for us to imagine to do anything. When your country is under attack, making art or showing art is for sure not one of the priorities. But exactly 4 weeks ago, to the day, our founder, Wiktor Pínčuk, he took the initiative and he decided to create, with the full support of the Ukrainian President, President Zeleński, and the Ministry of Culture, and in partnership with them, a project that we see here today, with the goal to really, in the strongest possible sense, show Ukrainian culture, not just in a contemporary way, but really culture in a deep historical way. And for this project, the President offered us in his own handwriting what became the key image of the exhibition. He wrote on the flag, "We are defending our freedom." And this is exactly what this exhibition is about, defending freedom. And when you defend freedom, you don't only do that through arms. You have to do this on all different fronts, including the artistic front. And when I speak about defending freedom, I don't mean that in a political or a physical sense. Defending freedom is freedom to think. It is defending the freedom to reflect. It's defending the freedom to exist. And in that sense, what they have done is about survival. What this exhibition is about survival. Because Ukraine survives not only through soldiers, Ukraine survives through artists and all those who do their job, who create their work, and who continue in the most difficult circumstances to think, to reflect, and to be critical. So this is a joint force project between the government, Pínčuka Art Center, the artists, everybody involved, because we couldn't have pulled that off without incredible support. It's a project that goes beyond direct narratives or war narratives, but really looks in a deeper, in a critical way, on the deeper meaning, impact, and origin of war. And the exhibition itself has 2 chapters. We are sitting in the second, but downstairs is the first chapter, the ground floor, where we have Ukrainian artists speaking about Ukraine. This is Ukraine about Ukraine. We have Yevgenia Belarusets, who's sitting next to me, Lesha Khomenko, sitting next to me, and Nikita Kadan, who each created new work. With exception for Yevgenia, all of them created it in, I think, 1 or 2 weeks. Yevgenia was writing for 40 days. And while they were in Ukraine, which I think is very important to understand, additionally, if you want to show Ukraine and you want to speak about Ukraine in a deeper historical sense, we also needed to show what that history was. So with the support of the President's Office and the Ministry of Culture, we succeeded to evacuate 4 beautiful treasures of Ukrainian heritage. They are here thanks to M9, our partner, who has delivered all the support to make sure that we could receive them here in Ukraine. And even though these 4 works are only a small fraction of the treasures that are under threat, they speak for all Ukraine. And on the second floor, where we are here, this is something different. This is about an international Ukraine. This is about an open Ukraine. It's about a Ukraine that has real friends who respond to the urgent need to rally for a long term around the country. And in this chapter we have the work that, we're sitting next to Takashi Murakami, War and Peace, a work that he made in 2018 as a response to the war in Donbass. Because we can't forget that the war we're talking about is not a new war, something that started in 2014, that continued till today. We have also the work of Olafur Eliasson, Madrina Abramovic, Damien Hirst, who responded in an incredible way when Viktor Pínčuk, our founder, he was very engaged, called and said, let's do this, let's make something together. Damien immediately responded by making a completely new painting that completely, almost wet, arrived here, and you can see behind. And our Ukrainian hero, Boris Mikhailov, who is of course also a very important voice to keep here in the exhibition. Last and not least, I didn't forget you. GR, who went to Ukraine, who actually made an incredible project there supporting Ukraine, supporting Ukrainians, and we will hear from him later. But what I want to talk about here on the second floor as well is them. We can see them on the right-hand side, on my right-hand side, your left-hand side. It's 300 portraits of mothers. These are portraits of mothers who have lost their son in the first part of the war, 2014-2015, in Donbass. It's just portraits of survivors. And under it, you can each time read their name, the name of their son, the age of their son when he died, and how they called their son in private. And the reason to have that work there is because when we talk about war, we think about war, it becomes something abstract. We start talking about statistics and numbers. But after every person, every number is one. Every one is a boy or a child or a mother or a father. And we shouldn't forget that. We should not forget that when we see what is happening in Ukraine.